The unmanifest is perfection. The manifest is perfection. From this perfection, there can only emerge more perfection. This is the truth of the Isha Upanishad. Perfection begets perfection.
Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Isha Vasyamidagga Sarvam Yatkincha Jagatyan Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bunje Thamagridakasya Svidhanam Kurvanneveha Karmani Jije Vishechatagga Sama Yevan Tvayinanyatetosti na karma lipyate nare Asuryana-mate loka andhena tamasa vrata Taganste pretyabhigachanti ye kechatmano jana Ane jadekam manaso javi yo nainad-deva apnuvan purvamarshad Tadhavato jnanatyeti tishtattasmin.
When we feel the call to go inward, a journey begins into the depth of our awareness. We live in a world of contrast and diversity. 1,000 sights and sounds vying for our attention. But there lies a treasure deep within that once encountered will transform our vision of the world. Imagine sinking beneath the surface of the ocean, immersed in warm, still waters like an unborn baby, the sound of your own heartbeat thudding in your ears. In order to witness the mind, dive deep into yourself as if you were sinking into the ocean. Find that silent place within where the world seems distant and sounds are muffled, where you are present with yourself and nothing else matters. Om, the witness. Deep into the water. Om, the witness. Observing all around you from the depths of being. Om, the witness. From the still, silent depth within, we witness the world around us as it dances on. If we live on the surface, our peace will be intermittent. Go deeper. Submerge yourself in the depth of being. Move beyond the level of thought to a profound connection with yourself. Om, the witness. The witness remains untouched by the changing world. So witness here, witness now, and witness always. Nothing can take you out of yourself unless you allow it. Nothing moves your being, for your being is beyond space and time. There is nothing to fear in the emptiness that lies beyond your thought. It is in fact full of divine presence. And if we wish to know God, we must dive into this void. As you fall into the emptiness, you surrender to the nothingness that is everything. There is no time nor space here. There is only the love that I am. Learn to feel comfortable within that abyss. Om, the witness. Once we are firmly seated in that space, we begin to interact with the world from the nothingness. As we journey up into the peaks, away from civilization, we journey into ourselves. The true journey is the inner journey. We need not leave the world behind, only establish ourselves in that level of being. Like a moth to the flame, you danced in my light. But still, you didn't allow your illusionary self to dissolve in the fire. My unity attracted you, my fierce love, fire. All that it consumes melts into enlightenment, alluring beyond treasure, but a frightening abyss, unknown. Faith calls from the flames. Trust, trust, she whispers. Sparks mesmerize. Danger, heat. Too involved in your individual dance, the beauty of your fragile wings, your impermanence, flitting from idea to idea, seduction to seduction. You may be with the gentle flowers, but remember, flowers are seasonal. They wilt, they die, they return to the earth. Return to the fire when you have the courage. Melt into your purest form, your permanent, infinite being. Divine presence is within us always. Waiting patiently for us to turn our attention inwards and claim our true lover, the one we have always been waiting for, ourself. In the heart of union, beyond time and space, God, or love, is in everything. Bring your attention inward and begin to experience the essence of God, the extreme energy of unconditional love. Surrender is the realization of all desire and the relinquishing of all need. It embraces what is and lets go of control. When you finally drop your need to control and surrender to the Absolute, in that exact moment, we become enlightened. By surrendering to what is, I unite with God. I become divine. Om, the presence. The water around me seeps into my being. Like liquid light, I am filled with the presence of love. Om, the presence. Love consciousness watches the movement of the mind, the incessant stream of thoughts. When we are lost in the mind, we are unable to discern between the real and the unreal. We react and protect ourselves against threats that don't even exist. Surrender is the jewel in the crown of self-realization. It is the wise person's most powerful magic. True surrender means embracing what is. Om, the presence. Surrender ushers in the divine presence. This moment, right here, right now, contains everything that we have ever yearned for. Unity means union with everything. the culmination of all desire. Om, the presence. Om, the presence. Surrender represents the only true freedom. The Supreme Consciousness decided to become a river. She left her abundant self and began a journey of discovery. She started as a shallow stream, but as she began to self-realize and evolve, her power grew, as did her strength, velocity, depth, presence, and beauty. Her banks were deep, carved profoundly in the earth, and her bed was of stone, small and large. Some were pebbles that carried her on their backs. She skipped and danced upon them. They laughed and sang as she passed. Many of them joined her, swept up to unite with her flow. There were also large rocks that she polished with her wisdom, but they stood like imperial guards, defending their kingdoms, shining in the sun, basking in their glory, unmoving in their being. She wove her flow around these rocks. Later she called to the larger rocks, "I do not need your protection on my banks. You must dissolve and flow back to the source, the oneness." For she knew there existed only one truth. Some dissolved, but others remained resolutely on the banks, even after her flow diverged in its natural evolution and they were no longer in the depths of her path. In the beginning, they felt strong in their resistance, but as the river left them in the shallows, their brilliance started to dissolve. Brittle and rigid, they clung desperately to their self-importance. The river grew and she raged. In some moments she turned blood red and gushed furiously. In others she was tranquil, radiating amazing peace and becoming a source of deep contemplation. Yet she knew she must move forward at all costs. Sometimes she consumed and devoured the earth with such a force that her banks seemed incapable of containing such growth. She called all to oneness, and all that followed joined with her, themselves becoming as big as the river. All that flowed with her became one with that joy of discovery. There was no longer big or small. The entire river was but one shiny testimony to the truth, responsible and complete within itself. When we let go of the rigidities of the intellect and surrender to the bigger picture, we experience transformation. As the world changes, so must we. But are you willing to change? Are you open to transformation? Om, the transformer. The waters of the divine presence oscillate within. between the calm and the turbulence. Silence is always there, just as a canvas always lies beneath the paint of a masterpiece, no matter how fierce or brooding the image on its surface. Nothing can take that silence away, yet we can lose sight of it if we allow our attention to be consumed by the world around us. Internal revolution creates external evolution. Om, the transformer. We cannot rely on our external structure to provide security. External structures are fragile. True security can only be found in love. That love which is present in everything and exists infinitely within us. Find that place of strength within. Not a strength you must prove to others by trying to convince them of your worth, but a quiet, steady strength that comes from transparency and vulnerability, from dancing with life, showing yourself as you are, from owning every aspect of yourself by holding the things you perceive as your shortcomings up to the light of the world. Become an inner revolutionary. Reinvent your inner world, your way of being, your way of perceiving. Question your ideas. Don't waste time questioning those of others. Where can we turn for a clear vision of life? Only inward. No one else can give you the conviction to trust in the rudder of your heart. Find that knowing within you and it will set you free. The Creator. My awareness reaches like a laser from my third eye out to the horizon and beyond. To be a creator is to take your self-worth into your own hands, to know yourself on the deepest levels and recognize your uniqueness. Then there is no need to worry about the opinions of others, because you are in charge of your own destiny. What you focus on grows. If you focus on your greatness, on the love consciousness, the power of being will shine through. The true value of self-discovery is so much greater than material worth. There is nothing wrong with external success, but always the human heart yearns for more. Seeking external fulfillment may be more dazzling, more enticing than retreating into the silence within us. But our feeling of incompletion was born upon leaving that silence. And that is where we must be made whole again. We think we'll be happy when we reach the top of the mountain. But what do we find when we get to the top? another taller peak to climb. Enjoy the view on the way up. If you are not present, you are setting yourself up for disappointment. For what you seek lies not at the top of the mountain, but at the bottom of your heart. I have fallen in love with the changing faces of Mount Kailash and its profound and powerful presence. It is a monument to the beauty of creation. Om, the Creator. Om, the Creator. Om, the Creator. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I'm knocking at the door of your heart. Open up, I call. But my voice is muffled through the oak. And you're too busy looking out the window to hear my knocking. I can knock, but I don't have the key. You have to open the door yourself. Hush, go deeper. Listen. If you don't listen, you cannot hear. You cannot hear where the knocking is coming from. You must follow the knocking so you can find the door. You cannot open the door if you don't know where it is. Hush, listen to my knocking. It will guide you. It will lead you to the door of your heart. The magnificence of Mount Kailash is impossible to absorb with only the eyes. One is compelled to close them and take this silent perfection into the depths of the heart. Om, responsibility, I am that. Love radiates from your being into all of creation. To realize I am that is to unlock the greatest mystery. That which appears separate is closer to you than your own heartbeat. Om, responsibility. I am that. Om, responsibility. I am that. I extend my beingness into totality. The recognition that I am that is the ultimate responsibility. It is the step from individuality to totality. From childhood to maturity. From victim to creator. From us and them to one love. I am that is the realization that I am the creator and the creation, the knower and the known, the lover and the beloved. Om, responsibility. I am that. It is a responsibility of all humans to cultivate inner awareness if we wish to see beyond our differences and come together as one. Gaze upon this magnificent jewel, the diamond of the Himalayas. Polish your own internal facets until you absorb their message. Don't stop until you get it. Om, responsibility. I am that.